Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's do something totally different today. Let's talk about something that I really love doing, which is watching this new Senegalese show called Maîtresse de nos mariés. So how did it start? So when I left Senegal, I was really looking for like a TV show that I could watch on YouTube because I really wanted to be surrounded with Wolof and actually, maybe I would find it entertaining. So I stumbled upon Maîtresse de nos mariés. So today I really want to talk about the whole series, like the global storyline of what has happened so far. And I'm doing this because there's a lot of like controversy in Senegal about the show, because the country is mostly Muslim and there are certain things that happen in the show that they are not okay with, like far from okay with. So I actually want to talk about them because I've also noticed that a lot of people that don't speak French or Wolof want to know what it's about, but they don't really have someone telling them or talking about it, because most of the people that do reaction videos or talk about Maitresse actually do this in Wolof and or French. And even French people or French speaking people that don't speak Wolof don't understand everything, because not everything is subtitled and everything. So I've taken the liberty to see what I can do for those who don't speak French and don't speak Wolof, and I want to see how it goes. Like, maybe if people really want to watch these things and are really interested, I might do every week a reaction video on the 2 episodes, or maybe like a recap of things. And yeah, stay watching, and let's get into Maîtresse, because girl, it's juicy. So what is Maîtresse de nos mariés about? The title already means mistress of a married man. So the story follows 5 women. You have Mareme, Lalla, Racky, Djalika, and Geor. And the way they are connected is really like, I think it's mostly this company where most of them work. So let's start with Mareme, the mistress. So Mareme is the mistress of Cher, who is Lalla's husband. And in the first part of the series, she is actually, you see her actually visiting Cher and everything. And eventually she and Cher get married. So now she is Cher's second wife, and that, I think that a lot of controversy lies in that already, because there are some things that Mareme says in the series that people would see as vulgar, or women shouldn't be doing that. For example, she basically had sex with him in the bed of him and his wife, and I think that a lot of people in Senegal think that's really not done. And I don't think that the story is about whether it is not done, or whether it's okay or not, because it's not okay and everybody knows that, but it's about the fact that it happens. And I think that the series show a side of Senegal that everybody knows about, but not everyone talks about openly, and that this is a way to have it like out in the open. So let's go to Lalla. So Lalla is a hardworking woman. She's a wife to Cher, and they also have a child named Noura. And apparently Lalla knew all along about Mareme. So she was actually just playing dumb and pretending not to know anything. And then once Cher told her that he wanted to marry Mareme, this woman, she became crazy and she had to be hospitalized. And it was, like, it was crazy, but the thing I love about it is that they really talk about how it's important to see a doctor, to see a professional whenever you're not healthy, but also like mentally not healthy. And I think that the series showed that quite a lot, actually. I would say it's like an overload. Maybe it's to show that a lot of people deal with these things. So yeah, that's a Lala story. And now we'll go to Djalika. Okay, this was one of the hardest story in the show because Jelika, she has pure unluck, you know. So okay, so Djalika, at the beginning of the series, you see Djalika, who is married to the brother of Cher, who's called Biram, and he is such a dummy. But anyways, she's married to Biram, which is the brother of Cher, and which also makes her the sister-in-law of Lalla, but now also Mareme. And Mareme is her best friend. Okay, so okay, I'm going all over the place. Okay, so okay. Jelika is married to Biram, and they have 2 children, Bebe Malik and Amina. And Biram is a very terrible husband, and you see him, for example, using her car, not going to the tank station to get, like, you know, fuel and have it, you know, fixed the way she gave it to him. She doesn't give it back to him. Or whenever they didn't have water in the house, she did all this effort to get water and he just gave the water to a neighbor. Oh my god. If I can, I will insert the clip right here because that's terrible. And another thing is that he is always drinking, and what also happens is that he has, you know, like girlfriends on the side. And one time Djalika found out about this and she was like, I'm gonna divorce you. But in Senegal, it's like, if you tell people you're gonna divorce because your husband has a chick on the side, people are gonna be like, is that all? Girl, you have it easy. But, you know, so she really wanted to divorce him, and thank God she got the divorce. But the ugliest thing about this divorce is that he married her other best friend, which is Geor, which will go later. You know, we'll talk about her case later. But so she already first lost her best friend Mareme, who she works with in the office. And because Mareme was always talking about her boyfriend, which is like Cher, but she never said it, because she never told her that it's actually Cher, because it's her brother-in-law and she's really good with Lalla. So she considers Lalla also a friend slash family, while Mareme is her best friend, but she did not approve of that. So that drove them quite apart. And then later on, to find out that her other friend Geor is actually, you know, seeing her ex-husband, because they were already divorced at the time, but still it's not okay. So that's her story. So let's go to the next person, which is Racky. Racky has a complicated story because I still don't know everything about her. But okay, so she is really a hardworking woman as well. By the way, they're all hardworking women and they all wear natural hairstyles. They don't do gesso, skin bleaching, anything. So that's a really big kudos to Marodi TV. And yeah, so Racky, she is actually working on the ground because they have this construction company, but she's like maybe like the head person on the ground. So she's giving orders and making sure that everything goes as planned. But her mother really resents her because she's not bringing in a lot of money. So she and her mom have like this weird relationship where there's not really love, I would say, because whenever Racky goes home or whenever she has to go to work, she's like, yeah, Monday may dem ligay, I'm going to work. And her mom is more like, it's not like you don't even talk to me or anything. It's more like it's cold. Let's just keep it at that. It's really cold. And so her story is that she believes that her father raped her when she was 8 years old, and that she put her father in prison, but she's also dealing with mental stuff. So she has a friend, a really good friend, whose name I quite forgot, but I'll come back to that. So her friend is also working with her on the ground, and he actually really convinced her to go and see a therapist and talk about her pain and everything so she can deal with it and move on. But yeah, so she found out that her father is actually out of prison, and she is actually now convinced that her father did not rape her. So that's also something that really makes me excited, because I really want to see what actually happened. Because a lot of things that are really true from this show is that every family has their own secrets. And it's really true, because family and secrets in Senegal is something like you don't really talk about it, not even within the family. Like, there are sometimes certain things happen and it's like the truth is getting, you know, twisted. So they tell you like, yeah, your father raped you, that's why he's in prison. Well, that's not even, maybe not even the truth. And then it's like the father does not even have a chance to explain himself or anything. So I think that's also really interesting for me to see, because it tells you just another narrative of the whole story, you know. And that the fact that there are more sides than just what one person is saying to you all your life. So I think that is why Racky's story is really important, but also really interesting. So let's go to like the last case, which is Geor. So apparently you don't see Geor that much in the beginning, by the way, but I think they were not so sure where to place her in the story, so they just made her a home wrecker, even though the home was already wrecked. So what you learn from her story is that she is married to someone that she didn't want to marry, so she left the village, I believe, and she even left her child behind. And then she married Biram. Don't ask me why, because this guy is low life. And like, what I don't understand from Geor is like, she has heard all the stories from Djalika, because they were best friends, but still she decides to marry this guy. But I'm asking myself, like, do you really think that this guy is gonna change because you are Geor? Like, I don't get that. And I think that Geor will realize this soon out as well. So Geor has been married to Biram, but now she's being really mean to Amina, which is the child of Jelika and Biram. Because, for example, they in the series they say like, yeah, because every time she looks at Amina, she sees Jalika and everything, and maybe that's what gives her like this rage inside or something. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. So that's a short recap of what has happened in Maîtresse d'un homme marié. Let me know below if you are interested in other things about Maîtresse d'un homme marié, because I really love watching the show and I would say I understand it basically. And if there's something that you have any questions or any remarks, any suggestions, let me know, because I really want to maybe make content based on this. So let me know below if you have any suggestions, questions, anything else. I am going to try and watch episode 43 and 44, I believe, and make it a reaction video. But yeah, so I have been talking to Sweet Senegal. You guys should definitely follow her. And she told me that her reaction video got blocked. So we'll see what will happen, but I'm so excited because I really want to watch it now. And see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, questions down below, everything down below, and see you guys.